So, hi again. So that's part 2 because I had to go. So we left here, which is basically dubstep at this point. And I switched to ableton 11 because the problem with ableton 9 is that it uses up to VST 1 and VST 2, so it means all my, because I updated everything, so it doesn't have the VST I use, and it's used in Ableton 11. So we're gonna, because I wanted to talk about plugins a little. So I got a bunch of plugins. In Ableton 11, it's well, you have all your VST3 in this folder, and the others are in this folder, which are VST2. I got 32 beats, but I use a software called JBridger. JBridger is like this, and you set everything, so it will take your 32 bits folder, convert to a 64 bits, so it can be used in a newer version of Ableton, because they're not they can't script in every version of VSTs because it's a problem, especially between 32 and 64. It's many things different, so it's not all compatible. Some are working, but you will have problems. Anyways, I'm gonna use VST3 because I didn't install the VST in VST2 or VST1. Really, I did, but most of my plugins are in VST3, and hopefully you get access to it. Synergic. I think this is not everything. Filter. Chroma. I'm not used to this. Anyway, I'm gonna set the tempo. I'm gonna try to make a. So I have to start all over again. Damn it. So I'm gonna start with grouping. So this is gonna be drums. And all of this, I'm gonna set a color so it stays organized to me. It's easier. This is MIDI section. I'm gonna make a group as well called MIDI, but I remove the number. The hashtag is making the number, so I remove it. And this I'm gonna use for this. I'm not gonna use. Maybe I'm gonna use voices, but I don't know. So you can let me just arrange. You can well, you have your audio effects, and when there's some audio effects that you use all the time, like this one, 8 EQ 8 is basic EQ. Put it here, and then you can choose a color. Like this one is in orange, but also in utility. So if I go here, I can find my favorite effects and everything. So it's easier to me. I made one is red, which is for mostly external VSTs that are not made by Ableton, and orange is for everything Ableton or Max for Live. So we get the EQ8 and the saturator. Saturator is like this. I press on soft clip, and then I press on it and I save as default preset. Right. And I will do the same for this. So I have because I want, by default, I want to have a high shelf and a low shelf. So because I tend to use more low shelves, which is like this. It's gonna cut. It's not gonna cut everything, but it's gonna just lower the volume of the low frequencies. This one is to lower high frequencies, and you can boost and lower. So that's what I use most of the time. I double click to reset to 0. Then I will save as default, so I don't have to do everything I just did every time. So that's my MIDI track. I'm gonna minimize it. And save this as default. So I'll save the MIDI file, the MIDI as a default MIDI track. Alright, so now I'll take this and this and copy it. Copy. And I will put it on the audio track. Paste. And on the audio track, I would say save as default. Yes. I'll paste it here, it's fine. And this one doesn't have it. And in my groups, I will as well. This is gonna be the kick. I would duplicate, so just Control D and Control D again. But I will group this one, and it's also gonna be drum, but different drum. So this is gonna be top drums, which is for percussions and hi-hats. So I'll just put H for hi-hats, and I duplicate it, and this one rename percussions, or just say perks. And this one is snare. Okay, so I have all this. Okay, so with my groups like that, it's easier for me. I will also duplicate this, and this is gonna be for the bass. Gonna be one for sub and one for just bass. So this is gonna be for the sub, this is gonna be for the bass, and here I'm gonna have just normal instruments. I'm gonna set a color for this, which is different, like that. So I like it like that, so I can if I want to have all this, not redo everything every time, I can go here and say save live set as default set. It will name it. And now if I renamed it like this, but if I make a new live set, said I don't save anything, and it's already a new live set, I think. So it's the same as I had before. And I will go even further and just duplicate this, and this I will add a grand piano instrument. What? Yeah, what and to play it with my... Here I'm playing on a keyboard. And it's not working because I need to arm. If I unarm, it's not doing anything. So I will leave it armed. So every time I start a new every time I start a new set, it is gonna be there, and so I can try stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to play the piano, but anyways. You don't need to know how to play, really. Nowadays, it's better. It's a skill. But it's not required. So yeah, I made this little change, and I'm gonna make more changes before I save again as default. Like for example, I usually send them to this send. This is a send where there is reverb. So if I create a file here, don't hear it because there's no... Yeah, you have to click the little headphone here. If I play it, okay. So if I send to A, here you have your sounds. If I send it to A, you have the reverb there. So here I have some reverb. If I want to send it to delay, which is B, yeah, I like to set the delay so it's just making some stereo. So I usually do that, and filter. If I go down, it's gonna narrow the filter. So that's mono, and if I want some stereo in it, I can do that. You have many ways to do it. Anyway, that's the default reverb. I can send with this, or I can send with the group in there. And when you do that, it's gonna send both to the main and to the master. So you have both signals. Like you can hear it dry, but you can also hear with reverb, which you have to. Well, if it's all on A, it's not gonna send everything. Yeah, it's gonna send everything if it's all on A. I think. No. It's a mix of both. So you still have the dry signal. If you want to change it and be sent to send everything to a group, to a send, you can change it here and say sends only. So now we can hear only the reverb. I like to create a new send return track. I'm gonna say return track because it's a return track. And now the C is a return. It's called return, and I'm gonna call it mix. And I'm gonna do the same for the bass. I will send it to, I will say sends only. And then you have to send it. I send the MIDI to my mix, send the bass to my mix, send the drum to my mix, and put it on sends only. So everything is gonna go through this. And I can still send it to other. So then there are other options to group further. I don't know if we can. If I say group a track, so it's making another group in a group. So you can also do that. And then if you don't want to, you can ungroup. I'm gonna set slightly different colors for this and for this. Nope. Don't like this one. Okay. This is gonna be orange. Not this orange. This is kind of orange. Weird orange. Okay, so this I'm gonna choose another. Well, yeah, more neutral. This is more range. I'm gonna change the same. So just visually I can see that what is what. I like to put audio in white. And this I'm not gonna send to the mix. I'm gonna send to master for now. Just for now, yeah. So we get a few things more. And yeah, I could save as default like this. But I'm gonna add stuff, more stuff, because for the kick, the snare, the drums, every part is gonna need a drum rack. It depends on what you are used to do, but I know for me, I always use drum racks for all of these, so I can just put it so I don't have to add it every time, because I know I'm gonna use it anyway. So, and what you can do is also lower the default volume of a track. Like, for example, if I choose, if I say Control A, I can. Okay, I'm gonna choose every track, which is audio or whatever, whichever. So I chose every. What? Okay. I just press Control and everything, and so I can lower everything by 6 dBs. Six. Yeah, 6 is around here, but I don't know. So I can click on it. This is for the delay. Okay, I'm gonna change the view, and by left click over there, and so I can see all the tracks. They are lowered, so I'm just gonna put 6 dBs down, so I have room, and I will save it as MIDI track, save as default MIDI track. So and this one, save as default audio track. So every time it will just have 6 dBs lowered. So it's gonna help me to get some headroom. We call it headroom. The headroom is just it's a name for the maximum volume. You see, the maximum volume is going down there, and when you get to the red, it's gonna distort and create problems. So you don't really want to have it going in red. So I lower everything. So I'm gonna listen to the sound with 6 dBs under, and it's gonna be easier to mix everything. You shouldn't mix your track with maximum volume. You can do something like that, but I'm gonna put a saturator as well and an EQ, because in the master file I'm always gonna use it, and in a return track for the mix as well. I still have both in my clipboard, so I put them here. What I do sometimes is actually group all the drums together, and then all the rest to something else. I'm not sure it's gonna work for this. If I group all those things. So here I have a group with all the drums. That's not how I do it usually, because I found a new technique, but it works as well. So the other way is more complicated. And I group all these tracks, and this track, I'm gonna name it mix. Mix all. So then I'm gonna undo what I did before, because I sent all the different groups to yeah, so I'm gonna undo what I did. So the bass is not sent there. The drums, it goes to master. I'm gonna undo what I did. Sorry. This I didn't see here. It goes to drums all. Oh, this one, it should go to drums all. Oh no, this one should go to drums all. And this one, it should go to my mix all. So the thing I put in there is gonna go to this group, and then it's gonna go to this group, and then all these groups they will go in here. So here I'm gonna say this is going to the mix all group, and the mix all group is gonna be sends only, and I send everything into C, and I'm gonna do the same for this, sends only, and send it to the mix. I'm sorry if it's not clear. I don't know. Nobody is watching anyway. So so this way I can easily fold, unfold everything I want. And I'm gonna add a track here, which is in no other group. Maybe this one I'm gonna make it special. I'm doing just what I do for my default template. So this one I'm gonna rename it, and it's gonna be reference. Because when you do music, the best thing you can do is use a reference. And this one is not going to the master, it's going to external out. So it means it's going to the sound card directly, and it doesn't go to the... I'll put it to 0. And by default, I will deactivate it. So I can put my reference here. So I can listen to the same genre I want. Whenever I want. If I want to listen to it, I just click on the solo button. This solo means all the other tracks are muted, and only this one can be heard. And this way I can switch from the reference, listen to the reference and my mix, and the reference and my mix, and so I know where to go, because you can hear differences. Having a reference is the best way to progress really. So I'm quite happy with this. I'm gonna fold what I don't need. Here I have my groups. I can see that all of this is going to mix. Right. This one is is going to mix all. I don't know. Maybe I would change it. Depends. You can have audio tracks for vocals. My God, I'm losing my voice. Bro. What else? I like it like that. For now, I'm gonna save this template as default, and maybe okay. I can do some pattern that you will usually use. And here I've set the tempo and it's saved at 128. You can choose whatever you like, but this one is mostly because I'm gonna make something like house music. So yeah, I'm gonna need a kick. So I usually start at 5. I can set add a locator. So just gonna be 1. Select the region and say nope. Just this region for my kick, and I insert a kick. For now I don't have anything in the kick. So I have to find one. You can choose the stuff you like, put it there. So samples. Wow, I'm gonna use this. It has a nice click. If you press B, you can draw like and if you click again, it's gonna yeah. So I selected the region and duplicate it. So we will have this. Now for the snare. Maybe a clap. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway. Same thing. I'm gonna insert a MIDI clip. And this time it's gonna be like that. Press the region, duplicate. I'm gonna move it a little. It's very long, so I can go here. I see my clap sample and move it. And if I want it to fade a little, it's gonna fade out. You got here. And I press this region and I go here and I loop it. And I'm gonna do something similar for the hats. Or we can add audio track. Okay, I will rename it, so I rename it loop loop, and I'm gonna see if I find loop. I guess this, it's a bit like a yeah, I know. It's great. My kick, what it was. All right. Well, it's quite okay. The balance is okay. I mean, it's not good. So, how do you do house music? Just okay. Just I got some reference here. I don't know. It's just vibey deep house music. 24. Okay, I guess I need a sub, so I'm gonna take an instrument, operator, and in my sub I would add a operator, and then I'm gonna arm it. I will unarm the grand piano because I don't want it. Here I'm trying different ranges to see because some will sound louder. If I go too low, if you don't have a good headphone, you will not hear this. So I want something that works. I think this is okay. Damn. Stupid. Anyway. I'm gonna change the grid. This is 1/16. I'm gonna choose 1/8. No, 16 was good. Press B again. This is gonna be all the way. Boom. Ba-dum-ba-da-da-da-dum. don't care really. It's just then you can try to find some nice VST plugins with sounds you like. I'm gonna take that, duplicate it under, and in my bass I have nothing. I have no instrument. And let's see if I can find zip. Z-LBA. Z-LBA is nice because it's free, and you have quite a few. You get a bank of nice sounds. This sound really cool, and it might be too low for this. Well, you gotta explore until you find stuff. I'm gonna compress this because this also in plugins you can find an OTT. I think I'm gonna look for X for OTT. I think this one is free. Yeah. So you can just, it's a freeware, so you can download it, install it and everything. So one thing when you install, always install in as administrator, because you can have problems. Because it can have problem to change the files in your this hard drive is protected, and I need permissions to change everything in there. So I mean, I need to be an administrator. So when I install the stuff, I say run as an administrator, so I give it the right to modify the files within my program data. I'm not gonna use that anyway. So I installed it. I think I already have it, so nope. I installed it, and now I'm going to my files. No plugins. And I'm gonna rescan. It's gonna find new shit. It should be. You see, it's here now. Okay. I put an OTT on it. I mean, it's fun. It's not house music at all. Horrible. Horrible. Anyway. So we got a track which is rubbish. But yeah, I don't know. Hope you learned something. I'm gonna end it here for today. I'm gonna have dinner. Bye bye.